Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to MCScots.com's broadcast of tonight's ball game as the Maryville College Scots host the Agnes Scott Scotties. And the Agnes Scott Scotties will begin with the basketball here in the final game of the regular season. Ball will begin with the Scotties, and not for long as Maryville will come away with a steal. Eckenrod to Varney. Varney, basket.
Good hands by Varney, knock the ball away and then take off on the fast break and get to clean it up and finish it up at the end. Good start for Maryville.
Absolutely, Scott, as it's senior day here at Maryville College, as the Scots were here to give their thanks and praises to Libby Gardner and Kelly Wandell for 4 phenomenal seasons, and they hope to continue that after tonight as they'll move on to the USA South Tournament and then hopefully the NCAA tournament from there as senior Kelly Wandell gets her first points of the day.
Good start for Kelly. Way to power up and get that ball in there. Looking good. Kind of what we expect and have seen for the last 4 years from Kelly.
Absolutely. Active hands from Maryville, almost coming away with a steal again. So they'll try to get it down low, and Kelly Wandell swats it away. It'll remain with Agnes Scott.
There's a little time out there as people are getting their shoes tied, Heath.
And they'll inbound the ball. He'll get it in to number 31, Garris Grant. Grant turns around with a jumper, no good. And rebounded by Eckenrod. He'll hand it off to Varney. Varney to Gardner. Gardner will drive. Kick to Hicks. Hicks will bring it back up top to Varney. Now they'll swing it around. Gardner in the corner. Pump fake. Cross court to Hicks. Hicks had to reach a little bit, so she'll have to get rid of it. Now Wandell with a jumper. No good. And coming away with it is Agnes Scott. Number 15, Annie Weimer-Skirch with the ball. Now in the hands of number 13, Addison Harrison, the first-year guard, standing at 5'7" from Ellenwood, Georgia. Unable to hold on to the basketball, and it'll now go to Maryville.
Yeah, speaking of Georgia there, Heath, just a quick little information about the Scotties. They are from Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah, recognized as one of the 7 Sisters of the South as they're associated with the Presbyterian Church and an all-girls school with about 1,000 students enrolled. It's now 6-0 Maryville, and coming across half court is Agnes Scott with Harrison with the basketball. Harrison will give it up to Grant, and almost coming away with a steal was Claire Varney, the league leader in the USA South. She's got 102 steals for the season so far, and a fantastic year, Scott, as yesterday night she had 12 steals against Wesleyan and has a big lead, so she will not be caught in regards to leading the league in steals this season. So hats off to her on that accomplishment. As Shelby Hicks goes up, connects on a 3. Shelby Hicks got another big player for this team who's actually 4th in the conference in field goal percentage made, shooting about 50% for the
Shelby's
season.
Having a really good year. Talking about Claire for just a second, she's going to make the Artful Dodger feel a little odd because she's probably one of the best pickpockets in the league.
Grant with the basketball. Grant will drive, guarded by Wandell. She'll go up, no good. Wandell with the rebound. She'll push tempo, give it to Gardner. Gardner crosses half court, guarded by Weimer-Skirch. She'll give it to Hicks. Hicks will drive. Kick. Ball in the hands of Varney. Varney back to Hicks. 3 ball, no good, and rebounded by Wandell. Wandell will spin around, try to go reverse, and it looks like they're going to say it went out off the hands of Maryville last as she was unable to connect, and Agnes Scott will inbound the ball.
It's coming in the game for Maryville will be Holland Geralds alongside Abby Joseph as Libby and Kelly both take a seat for a few minutes, get a little rest.
Player who has not made her appearance yet in today's ball game, but I'm sure we'll see her soon, Scott, is Courtney Carruthers, who has had a phenomenal past couple of games, had a great freshman season overall. As the last 2 games, Scott, she has shot 13 of 17 from behind the arc, which is an impressive clip, about 76% from the three-point line over the last 2 games.
Yeah, very impressive. You don't see that hardly anywhere.
No, and she's led all scoring the past 2 games. As against Covenant, she had 37, and against Wesleyan, she had 21. Joseph trying to thread the needle there to Eckenrod, but it's stolen. Coming down the court is Emma Olson, the sophomore forward from Austin, Texas. She'll give it up to Weimer-Skirch. Stolen by Shelby Hicks.
Good eyes by Shelby right there.
Hicks pull-up jumper. Good. And very quickly, it's an 11-2 lead Maryville with 5:16 remaining here in the first quarter. Harrison with the basketball. She'll give it to Weimer-Skirch. Weimer-Skirch will drive, go up with it, and blocked by Holland Geralds. Was hoping to see Geralds get the finger wag Matumbo going after that one.
Yeah, kind of something you talked about the coach with yesterday, and he had mentioned telling Holland to get out there and block more shots, and she took him at his word, and that's what she's doing right now, is getting some good block shots, being aggressive. Good rebound.
Yeah, Geralds comes away with it, gives it to Varney, and Varney pushes tempo. Varney kicks inside to Geralds, but active hands. Agnes Scott with the ball. Here comes Weimer-Skirch, guarded closely by Claire Varney. She'll give it up to Harrison.
Eckenrod harassing her over here in the corner.
Yeah, good defense from Maryville. Harrison will drive, finds an opening, but active hands, and she loses it as Eckenrod comes away with the skill and gives it to Claire Varney. Varney down court to Hicks. Count it. That's the kind of defense that Coach Trevelyan wants to see, Scott. He talked yesterday to us after the game about how the offense has been playing very well, but he needed to see more defensively. So far today, I think they've shown him that. A drive by Weimer-Skirch, and she is fouled.
Yeah, that'll be on number 22, Elsa Eckenrod. Libby coming in and replacing Elsa. So good job on the floor. You like to see players get dirty diving for balls. That's what Elsa did to get that fast break started.
First free throw up and good. Second free throw good as well. 9-point ball game. Maryville leads 13-4 with 4:04 remaining here in the first quarter as Libby Gardner has the basketball for Maryville. She'll turn, kick it to Claire. Now up top is Abby Joseph with the ball. Joseph in the corner to Gardner. Gardner will bring it back up top. She comes up to the top of the key. She'll come all the way around. She'll get it inside to Hicks, and Hicks loses the handle. Hicks is going to have to battle for it down low, and her and Weimer-Skirch battle for it, and they'll call a jump ball possession arrow to Maryville.
Short clock.
Gardner to inbound. She'll get it into Gerald. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Trevelyan reminding his team that so they'll know to quickly get the ball off. 3 ball. Good!
Nice shot by Shelby.
Hicks is on fire right now, Scott. Second three-pointer of the game. Third field goal made for Shelby Hicks so far. Excuse me, that's actually her 4th field goal. That'll move her up to 10 already. Harrison drives, ball stolen. Libby Gardner, Shelby Hicks with a nice little pick there, keeping Olsen out of the way. And after that basket, Agnes Scott has nothing left but to call a timeout and regroup. And while they regroup, let's go ahead and do so as well. 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. Maryville 18, Agnes Scott 4. You're listening to MCScotts.com. Back to the action as Agnes Scott with the ball. Ball in the hands of Harrison. She'll give it up to number 44, Musamolahi Gulaya. And going with the jump shot there was Grant. And no good. And here comes Maryville. She'll give it to Joseph. Joseph will drive. Joseph trying to find an opening. She's going to have to get rid of it to Gerald. Gerald takes it inside. Tries to give it up to Hannah Jones. Jones loses the handle, but it's last touched by number 31, Garris Grant, the senior forward, standing 5'11", from Charleston, South Carolina for the Scotties, and Maryville will remain with the ball. Barney's looking to inbounds. Going to have to get it in quickly. She does the Gardner. Now to Joseph. Joseph over to Gerald's. Gerald's takes it inside. Jumper. No good. Looks like they're going to call it over the back, Scott.
Right, that'll be on Hannah Jones there, Heath. She went up and over trying to get the rebound. Holland had a clear look, clear basket. That's something we'll see her probably keep doing as she was able to do and get into the lane a little bit more like that.
Yeah, don't be afraid to take that shot. Good defense by Maryville as Weimer-Skirch took it around Gardner, and she was driving inside, and quickly Hannah Jones, the help defender, comes in and puts a wall up in front of Weimer-Skirch. She tries to throw around her to her other teammate, throws it out of bounds, and so Maryville with the ball. They'll get it over to Joseph. Joseph cross court to Gardner. Abby Joe. Oh, they're going to call a walk. Good thought there. Just took one too many.
Because sometimes catching the ball in an odd step, you try to collect yourself before you go up.
Yeah. That's exactly what it looked like she did. Tried to get her feet up under her and get square, and unfortunately just took one extra step as Grant misses and Libby Gardner comes away with the rebound. Gardner over to Gerald's. Gerald's cross court to Varney. Varney, three ball. No good, rebounded by Gerald's. Gerald's drives inside. Kicks it over to Joseph. Joseph to Gardner. Gardner inside to Jones. And there's going to be a foul.
Right, Heath, they're going to get that on Garris Grant coming over the back of Jones.
Farting inbounds and gets it in to Joseph, who then gets it to Gardner. They got it right back to Claire. They'll kick it around. Now inside to Hannah Jones.
You got a jump ball. Hey, that ball's going to go over to the Scotties. That's one right there. It looks like Hannah just needs to take straight up.
Yeah, if she could develop a little bit of a hook shot, Scott, she would be scary. If she gets a basket like that underneath, just backs the defender down, turns with a hand, and throws it up, she'd be a big-time weapon for Maryville. Three-pointer that time made by Agnes Scott. And that was by the sophomore forward, Emma Olson. So it's 18-7. Hannah Jones over to Joseph. Now they'll get it to Varney. Varney to Gardner. Gardner's wide open. She's going to take the three. No good. Joseph with the rebound. Kicks it back up top. Varney's going to take a three. Count it.
Yeah, you give Claire or Libby either one plenty of time to shoot and set from behind the arc. They're gonna hit those shots.
Absolutely. Good defense by Maryville. Weimer-Skirt's going to have to throw it up, and it was blocked by Abby Joseph. So we've got 0.8 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So they'll have to throw it in quickly, as Agnes Scott will have to try to get it in and throw up a prayer. See if they can make one more basket before this first quarter ends. They'll get it in. Olsen with the shot. No good. It hits off the rim. Yeah, pretty close there as the first quarter comes to an end. Your score, Maryville 21, Agnes Scott 7. You're listening to mcscotts.com. Welcome back as we begin the second quarter here at Maryville College as your Scots lead the Scotties 21-7. Kelly Wandell has it on the right wing. She'll get it to Shelby Hicks. Hicks inside to Joseph. Joseph will drive, try to go up with it and decides not against it. Kicks it outside, and Varney misses the three ball, but a good rebound by Elsa Eckenrod. Over to Varney on the right wing. Varney now at the free throw line is Hicks. Jumper, no good. Good battle there as Hicks tries to come away with it. Harrison ends up getting it, but then a trap defense by Hicks, and Varney gets the ball right back for Maryville. Eckenrod to Varney. Varney right back to Eckenrod. Eckenrod take it inside and kick it. Hicks for three. No good. And rebounded by Addison Harrison. Good job by Varney. Scared her a little bit at the half-court line and caused her to walk, Scott.
Yeah, she's ready to pass the ball, and then Varney came out and leaped in front of her, caught her attention, and then drug that extra foot.
Well, I'd be scared, too, if I was facing the league leader in steals.
Right.
Three-pointer by Elsa Eckenrod. 24-7, Maryville. Harrison over to Olsen. Olsen tries to go up with it, and good defense as a block there from Kelly Wandell.
Held ball. Possession to Agnes Scott.
It's coming in the game for the Scotties is Camilla Lane. She is replacing Garris Grant. But now I take that back. Grant is still in the game. It looks like she replaced Martin.
Harrison to inbound. She'll get it inside. He'll get it over to Grant. Grant jumper. No good. Rebounded by Varney. Varney inside to Wandell. Wandell goes up with it and is fouled.
I'm going to call that foul on Camilla Lane.
The foul is on Agnes Scott, number 33, Camilla Lane. Her first, team first.
That'll be her first for the game. It's the team first for the second quarter.
First free throw, no good for Wandell. Second free throw, good. So it's now 25-7, Maryville. 8:19 remaining here in the second quarter. Harrison with the ball up top. She'll give it over to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch inside to Grant. Grant double teamed. She's got nowhere to go. She's going to have to get rid of it, and she does. They'll swing the ball around. Harrison will think about a three and then think against it. Move it to Olsen. Olsen, pump fake. Jumper. No good. Good rebound, and they'll give it up to Grant. Grant with the basket. That was a good job down low that time by Camilla Lane, and Lane hands it off to Grant, who makes the two-pointer. Eckenrod swings it over to Hicks. Hicks to Gardner. Gardner to Eckenrod, three ball. No good on the shot, and Agnes Scott basketball. It's all right, we'd catch it. Eckenrod towing it over to us, telling us she couldn't dive on us.
We're ready to catch.
We were getting ready to catch her if we needed to. We weren't going to let her fall. Good attempt there at the steal, though, by Eckenrod. It'll still be Agnes Scott ball as they've got it now, and they'll swing it around to Harrison. Harrison almost loses it. A good catch that time. She'll give it to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch back to Harrison. Harrison inside to Grant. Grant goes up. Blocked by Kelly Wandell. And, man, that's tough, Scott. They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, a little bit of the follow-through on the block. She got the ball, but when her hand came through, it hit her on the top of the head. That's what the referee called.
At the line, Harris Grant.
First free throw good for Grant. Second free throw good as well. Maryville so far today continuing their hot streak shooting as they're shooting over 52% from the field and 44% from the three-point line. They'll get it inside to Wandell. Wandell backing down the defender, kicks it out, swings. Gardner's wide open. Varney is. Varney goes with the three ball and in and out. And here comes Agnes Scott. Harrison over to Olsen. Olsen, three ball, no good. Rebounded by Wandell.
Yeah, on her senior day and any other day that we've seen her play as well, Kelly playing really tough down low. Get in there and fighting with everybody. That's what you want to see from a post player.
Yeah, she's tough.
It's coming back in the game for Maryville's Abby Joseph along with Holland Gerald, replacing Eckenrod and Wandell. Also entering the game for the Scotties is Galola.
Abby Joseph going up with the basket. Good.
Basket by Abby Joseph.
Good assist by Libby Gardner. Harrison to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch up top to Olsen. We'll take it right back, and Weimerskirch will take the three. No good. Abby Joseph inbounding to Libby Gardner. Gardner inside to Gerald. Now out to Joseph. Right back to Gardner. They'll swing it around. Good offense. Continuing to move the ball. That's what's made this offense so great, especially of late, as Maryville has really been key to passing the basketball and moving it around until they find the open man. They do that time and find Varney. Varney's ball bounces in and out on the three-point attempt, and here comes Agnes Scott. Looks like it went off the foot of Shelby Hicks, so Agnes Scott will inbound under the basket. We'll get it inside to Galoya. Galoya tries to give it to Grant. This time she gives it up and blocked. How about that?
Yes. I believe that's two now for Holland today.
Good turnaround that time from Camilla Lane.
Yeah, she got good inside position on Holland on that time. Had an open basket right in front of her.
Gardner gives it over to Joseph. Joseph tries to get it inside to Gerald. There's going to be a foul call.
Yeah, they're going to call that Galoya.
The foul is on Agnes Scott, number 44, Lucia Malani, Galoya, her first, team third.
Say that 5 times fast.
Miss Malani.
They'll give it to Gerald. Gerald will swing it to Varney up top. Varney over to Shelby Hicks. They'll move it right back. Swing it around. Abby Joseph with the three ball. Good.
Three-pointer by Abby Joseph.
We talked about Courtney Carruthers earlier in the broadcast. Still hasn't seen her today. Kind of surprised by that, Scott. But Abby Joseph, another one of those talented freshmen for this team we're going to be talking about for years to come. This time overthrowing their teammate, and Maryville will get the ball.
Eighth coming in is Kaylee Harmon. Kaylee's 5'7" freshman guard out of Cincinnati, Ohio, out of Harrison High School. And just a quick hello to her parents and her family and all that were listening. Or I believe last night we met her parents here at the game. Hopefully they're here again today.
Ooh!
Glad they can make it, and glad all her family's listening in Cincinnati.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate all our listeners to the broadcast and hope we bring you a good product each and every week. But yeah, had the blessing of meeting Kaylee Harmon's parents last night, and very lovely and nice couple, and we certainly appreciate them tuning in when they're They're back at home in Cincinnati. They were here last night. I'd imagine they may be here today as well, watching Haley play, and she's getting some good minutes early on. Maryville College with the steal. Claire Varney with the basket. Your score 34-13. Maryville leads with 3:39 remaining here in the second quarter. And Scott, while we were going over that, one thing we didn't talk about a minute ago was another beautiful play by Holland Geralds with a basket a second ago with a nice reverse move, helping Maryville extend their lead. And this has just been some solid offense, and we're seeing some solid defense as well as Gerald tries to come away with another swat. Instead, she'll come away with a foul.
Right, they're going to get her on that foul right there on the arm. Good attempt, just in a bad position to try to block it. Agnes Scott, Emma Olsen at the line shooting, but the rest of the Scotts have gone over the top to the coach, so basically conceding any rebounds to Maryville.
Probably not a bad idea considering how Maryville's been rebounding lately. Olsen with the shot. Good.
Coming back in the game, Heath, is Elsa Eckenrod. She is replacing Shelby Hicks.
Claire Varney crosses the logo at half court. She'll give it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod up top to Harmon. Harmon to Joseph. Good cut there by Harmon. Joseph remains with the ball. She'll swing it. They'll try to get it inside. They get inside to Geralds. Geralds kicks to Harmon. 3 ball. No good. Good attempt there. And Lane comes away with the rebound and gives it up to Harrison for Agnes Scott. Olsen, pump fake. Drive. Good defensive help by Abby Joseph. Forces Olsen to get rid of it. Harrison to Weimerskirch. 3 ball. No good. Lane with the ball. No good on the basket. And a good job by Abby Joseph knocking it out of there. Who's that foul going to be on?
They're going to call that on Abby.
Ooh. That's tough.
Yeah, it looked like she had good position on that. Was able to slide it away, but apparently the referee didn't see it the way we did.
Or are they calling it on after she knocked it away, her hand coming down hitting the player?
I
Is
think
that maybe what the call was?
Body call.
Ooh, that's tough. Almost. Oh, there it is.
Nice steal from Holland.
Here comes Holland Geralds. Good pass. Basket, no good, but Holland with the rebound. Doesn't make it, but man, good hustle there by Holland.
Couple of blocks now, add a steal to her resume today.
She is playing. She is on fire lately. She has been doing such a great job, and I know we sound like a broken record, but it's hard not to talk about her when she's playing the way she is. Here comes Lane. Turnaround shot, good.
Basket by Camilla Lane.
Claire Varney crossing half court. They'll get the offense set and run their play. They'll get it over to Harmon. Harmon's got an opening, thinks about it. She's going to get to Joseph. And Joseph now over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod tries to get it across to Harmon, but a good active hands by Lane. And coming away with the steal is Agnes Scott. Here comes Harrison. Harrison to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch brings it back. Varney with the steal. Almost loses it, but is able to get it back under control and make the basket.
Good job again by Claire. And that total for the lead in the steals department in the USA South continues to grow.
Yep. Yeah, 105 coming into today's game. Not too shabby as she leads the conference in steals.
That's really remarkable for a season.
I'd love to know, and I don't think we'll be able to get that information today, Scott, but I'd love to know the most steals in a single season by a player from Maryville College, because Claire Varney's got to be up there.
He's entering the game for Agnes Scott is number 23. That is Emma Olsen replacing Deloya. Also coming in the game for Maryville is Shelby Hicks, Libby Gardner, and
Kelly Wandell.
I was getting there.
Gardner with the ball up top. Kicks to Varney. They've got Shelby running across the baseline. Now she gets over into the corner. They'll get it to Joseph. Coach Trevelyan calling his team to pass and move the ball. They'll do it. They'll get it to Wandell. Wandell double teamed, goes up, and a good block by Grant knocks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, I was getting to Kelly's name. I just kept looking at Shelby when I was trying to say it, and I knew that wasn't right.
It's all right. When they make a line change like that in hockey, it's hard to keep up with all of them. Try to force it in to Shelby Hicks, but batted away and out of bounds by Agnes Scott. So Maryville will inbounds again, and they're going to have to do so quickly, Scott, and get up a shot. They've got 3 seconds on the shot clock. Gardner inbounds to Hicks. Hicks drive, shot, no good. 32 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Maryville leads 36-17. Agnes Scott with the ball. As Addison Harrison, the freshman guard, crosses court. She'll try to pass it and instead gives it up to the Maryville College bench. And so Abby Joseph will inbound. Maryville looking to take the last shot here to end the first half. Give it over to Hicks. Hicks to Varney. Shot. No good. And that's how we will conclude things here in the first half. Your score, Maryville College 36, Agnes Scott 17. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll come back just a few minutes before the second half. We'll talk about some of the halftime stats and what Maryville needs to do the rest of this ball game to come away with a victory. You're listening to MCScots.com. Third quarter underway, and it will begin with Kelly Wandell getting blocked by Harrison as the Agnes Scots come away with the basketball. And Harrison has it on the right wing. She'll move away her teammate and she'll try to take it inside a little bit more, and then she tries to throw it up top to Camilla Lane and overthrows her and causes the half-court violation.
Hey, baseline clear, baseline clear.
So Maryville back with the ball, and Libby Gardner crosses half court. Claire Varney has it. She'll get it inside to Wandell, and another good steal as this time the ball comes from Grant. Grant gives it to Harrison. Good defense by Claire Varney. Looks like Varney knocked it off Harrison out of bounds, and Maryville College ball.
Yeah, good job, Claire. Speaking of Claire right there, he as well. Claire leading the team so far in scoring, or no, second, I'll take that back. Shelby Hicks leading at 10. Claire is 9. Claire already has 4 steals for the game, adding to her 105 total that she started with.
Scott, a lot going on before we started the third quarter of action, so it didn't come with any type of halftime show, but looking at some of the halftime statistics, what else stands out to you?
A couple of things. Basically, Heath, the field goal percentage from the Scotties, only 20% from the field, 11 from the three-point line. They were 100% free throws. Maryville at 45% from the field, 35% from behind the arc, and 50%. They were 1 of 2 at the line so far today. Another thing of interest, Heath, too, for Maryville and the Maryville fans as well is Huntington right now playing with Piedmont could be a difference in, standings coming up for the tournament. And at last check, they were tied at the half at 25 all.
Scott, I believe we concluded, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if Huntington loses today, it will be a tie for third place if Maryville wins, and what it will result in is a coin flip later this evening by the commissioner. As Grant comes away with the jumper, no good, and rebounded by the Scots. And here comes Libby Gardner. She'll get it out to Shelby Hicks. Hicks to Eckenrod. He'll swing it around. Gardner back with the ball. Now over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod gives to Varney. Varney, 3 ball. No good.
And they're going to get Eckenrod over the back. He's coming in the game is Joseph. She'll replace Wandell.
Checking in for Maryville, a 5'11" freshman from Maryville, Tennessee, number 14.
Scott, the Maryville College Scots look a little bit tired here starting off the second half. You wonder if back-to-back games yesterday and today starting to wear them down a little bit.
Always a possibility, especially when you've played about 3 games in about a 4-day span.
Yeah. Can certainly take its toll on you, as both teams really struggling to score a basket here in the second half. Libby Gardner with the ball up top. She'll get it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod now gives it to Varney. Varney back to Gardner. He'll swing it. Move it around. You've got a wide open Eckenrod. It will take the 3. No good. And a battle down low, and Agnes Scott comes away with it. They'll get it inside to Grant. Guarded by Eckenrod. Grant goes up. No good. And Varney comes away with the rebound. She'll get it to Gardner. Gardner to Joseph. 3 ball. And a jump. Nope, not a jump ball. They're going to say that Grant had possession. She stepped out of bounds, so Maryville College will inbound under the basket.
He's coming in from Maryville. Replacing Eckenrod is Holland Geralds.
Shelby Hicks gets it. She'll get it inside to Abby Joseph. Abby Joseph takes it inside. He looks to go up strong with it. Can't do anything with the basketball down low. She'll give it to Geralds. Geralds to Varney. Varney back to Hicks. Hicks will shoot it. And still, Scott, no one has scored here in the third quarter.
Yeah, almost to 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. If they're going to call number 33, that is going to be Camilla Lane for the foul. That will be her second foul. She tried jumping over the back of Libby.
Libby Gardner crosses half court. She'll call out the offense. She'll swing it over to Hicks. Hicks down to Varney. Varney right back up top. They'll move it over. Abby Joseph's got it. Joseph swings it inside. They'll give it up to Geralds. Geralds loses the ball. Here comes Agnes Scott. Get it out to Olsen. Olsen shoots a three. No good. Layton goes up with it. No good. Here comes Claire Varney.
They're going to call that on number 13. That is Addison Harrison. That will be her first foul. Second foul on the team. They're going to call number 31. That's going to be Gareth Grant. That will be her third foul as Holland Geralds got the inbound and she got slapped on the arm.
Barney's trying to find someone open. She's going to run out of time. She finally gets it into Hicks. Hicks to Gardner. Shelby Hicks will take it. Finally make one.
At just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the third quarter before anyone scored.
Well, Scott, I'm just glad someone broke the streak. I was about to call Pat Sajak and see if I could buy a basket. Here comes Harrison going up with a shot and blocked by Holland Geralds.
Checking in for Agnes Scott. Number 44, Collier.
Good block by Holland. As Harrison to inbound for Agnes Scott. She'll get it inside. They'll swing the ball around. Weimer skirts with the ball. She'll get it up top to Harrison. Harrison will drive. Jumper, block! And they'll get it down the court quickly as Claire Varney comes away with it. Over to Gardner. Three ball. Money.
Nice.
And here come the Scots.
Maybe that's finally got something started now.
Just needed a little energy infused, and they got it, especially with that big-time block by Holland a minute ago. Harrison having trouble getting inside, so she'll give it to Galuya. Galuya goes up with it, and it's going to be a charge.
Good job on Joseph underneath, be able to draw the charge. Still keeps the Scotties scoreless for the third quarter. Also coming in the game, Heath, is Kaylee Harmon. She is replacing Libby. Oh, so sorry. Kaylee Harmon. I thought it was Kaylee. I apologize to her family.
Three-pointer for Olsen. Nope. Pump fakes. Takes it inside. Jumper. No good. And Geralds comes away with the rebound. Claire Varney with the ball. She'll get it inside to Joseph. Joseph up. Good. Good pass. And a good job by Joseph there, Scott. Not going to dribble with it, but as soon as she caught it, going straight up with that basket. Another steal. Add that to the leaderboard for Claire Varney on the fast break. Goes up, shot, good.
And she has such a good shot using that left hand on those layups that makes me jealous as a kid. I can never get those left-handed layups.
Yeah, even a couple of feet away, Scott, she just does so well with that kind of one-handed, kind of floating it off the glass there, and she'll make it count. And we've got a full timeout on the court, and we're going to take a full timeout with them. 3:29 remaining in the third quarter. Maryville 46, Agnes Scott 17. Agnes Scott begins with the basketball as we come back from the break. Emma Olson has it.
They're going to call 45 for a hold. That'll be Shelby Hicks. That'll be her first foul.
Yeah, it looks like Hicks was trying to get a jump ball there, but instead they'll call the foul on her. Agnes Scott with another opportunity here as they inbound it. Weimer-Skirch guarded by Kaylee Harmon. She'll get a pick, and there to help was Kelly Wandell as Lane will take it inside. Lane will get it outside at Harrison. Harrison drives.
I was wondering if they were going to call that or not on her. Harrison driving underneath, sticks her left arm out, uses her forearm to just push the defensive player out of the way. Coming back in the game, Heath, is Libby Gardner. She is replacing Varney.
And here comes Libby Gardner. She'll give it over to Harmon. Harmon to Hicks. Hicks inside to Eckenrod. Eckenrod's going to have to get rid of it. She'll get it to Gardner. Gardner to Hicks. Hicks, 3-ball. Money.
This is one of the games that Shelby's really feeling. You see, she had 10 points at halftime. She's already hit a couple of threes now.
Yeah, that'll put her up to 16 for the game. Very nice day for Shelby Hicks. Harrison with the ball. Has to pick up her dribble and is having trouble finding someone open as very good defense by Maryville. They'll finally find an open Olson, and Olson will make them pay with the basket.
That will be the first basket for the Scotties in the second half, coming at the 2:22 mark of the third quarter.
And with that, it's a 30-point lead for Maryville as it's 49-19. Wandell inside, no good, gets her own rebound and connects on the second chance opportunity.
Kelly having a really good game as well for the day.
Harrison looking to drive. She'll have to get rid of it. Weimer-Skirch, 3-ball. No good. And rebounded by Eckenrod. She'll get it down the court. Find Hicks. Layup good.
Nice.
A nice
kind of
pass.
made you wonder when it kind of sat there on that rim for just a second.
A beautiful pass by Eckenrod. Lane turns. Shot. No good. Wandell with the ball. She'll give it to Gardner. Gardner tries to do the same. She'll give it to Eckenrod. Eckenrod to Hicks. Good. This passing, Scott, has been something else lately.
Yeah, looking really good. Being able to lead this time, not overthrowing, but hitting the player in stride. I think she took some of your advice for Claire.
Went back and watched the film. Weimer-Skirch with it. She'll go with the jumper. No good. Collier tries to save it, but Maryville with the ball. Hicks brings it out. Passes to Harmon. Harmon up. No good.
Oh.
Good attempt there by Harmon. Close to being a
That
foul.
player coming in felt a little rushed.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get fouled there. I think she thought the same thing. Harrison with the ball. Harrison gets it inside the lane. Stolen. Here comes the Scots. Gardner. And Eckenrod throws it up. No good. And I think she thought she had less time than she did. Probably had a couple more steps there before she really needed to throw it up. But no good on the basket. And the third quarter is over. Your score after 3, Maryville 55, Agnes Scott 19. One more quarter to play here on mcscots.com. Fourth quarter will begin here with Agnes Scott inbounding as Weimerskirch gets it to Emma Olson. Tough defense. They're trying to get it inside to Grant. Grant's been guarded heavily by Hannah Jones, and Hannah Jones with a block.
Good block. Good job by Eckenrod to be able to get out of the trap underneath there.
Eckenrod to Harmon. Harmon over to Varney. Varney back to Harmon. 3-ball. Good! Great basket by Kaylee Harmon.
Brings a smile to her face. Nice move by Harrison trying to get up and underneath Varney and just unable to connect, and then the pass down low to Jones was about down around her knees. Hard for a big player to be able to scoop that thing up.
Well, with Jones guarded there too, Haley, really Jones kind of had a seal off for Harmon to continue the drive and maybe go up with it, but I think Harmon was trying to hurry and get it forward and get a basket to Jones and wasn't able to do so. But here comes Abby Joseph. She tries to force it inside to Jones, and it's stolen. Here comes Emma Olson for Agnes. Goes up with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Abby Joseph. Nope. Olson takes it right back away. Joseph blocks her shot, but she'll be called for the foul.
The foul is on Maryville, number 14,
Right, Heath.
Abby Joseph. Her second.
That'll be Abby's second. Coming into the game is Libby Gardner and Kelly Wandell.
To the line.
Hannah Jones and Claire Varney exit for Maryville. There are a couple of fouls that should have been called earlier that didn't, because Abby basically got an arm wrapped around her neck down on the other side, and the referee didn't say anything earlier.
Yeah. Olson up to 8 points. That'll take her to 9. She is the leading scorer for Agnes Scott today. It is 58-21. Maryville leads with 8:14 remaining here in the third quarter. Libby Gardner with the basketball. Gardner over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod brings it back up top. She'll swing it over to Gardner. Gardner to Eckenrod. Eckenrod will drive. Kick it to Wandell. Wandell blocked. Weimerskirch with the ball. Thinks about driving it in, has to bring it right back out. She'll give it to Grant. No good on the basket. Rebounded by Lane. No good by Lane. Rebounded by Kelly Wandell. And we've got a jump ball down low.
Yeah, good hustle both by Wandell, also by Camilla Lane as they both were fighting over the ball.
Triangle.
But they said maintain Maryville's ball as they come down the court.
Eckenrod inside to Joseph. Joseph tries to get it into Wandell. She does. Wandell, no good on the basket. They're going to say it went off the hands of Agnes Scott last, so Maryville with another chance here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Libby Gardner, the senior guard, to inbound. She'll get it into Joseph. 3-ball. No good.
Oh.
And Grant comes away with the rebound.
Those are frustrating ones. They go in and come right back out.
Grant with the ball. She'll give it over to Olson. Olson now swings it. Ariana Martin gives it up to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch is blocked.
They're going to call that on Joseph. Looks like she hit her on the arm as she went through. That will be Abby's third. Returning to the game for Maryville Heath is Claire Varney as Libby Gardner exits.
Scott with Libby Gardner exiting. I believe that may be her last minutes here. She comes over to the sidelines, hugs Coach Trevelyan, and gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Libby Scott has just had a phenomenal 4 years here with Maryville, as she has played in 105 games in the Orange and Garnet, starting 94 times. She has over 605 career points while dishing out 373 assists. She averaged a career 1.6 assist to turnover ratio while also recording 150 career steals on defense. So a very ferocious player that had a lot required and thrust upon her at a young age here at Maryville, as Coach Trevelyan needed her to be the key player at point guard and directing the team, and she's done a phenomenal job of that over the past 4 seasons.
Oh, yeah, definitely having to mature very quickly in that position.
Wandell.
Good shot. Well, I say good shot, but it missed.
She wasn't able to connect, but that's okay. They both had
It looked good.
Yeah, Wandell still had a really good ball game tonight, as Weimer-Skirch with the basketball for Agnes Scott.
We'll call that on Harmon. That'll be Harmon's first. Coming back in the game is Shelby Hicks replacing Elsa Eckenrod. Heath also back in the game earlier during the last stoppage was Musa Milani Galoya as she came back in for the Scotties.
Weimer-Skirch has the ball up top. She'll get it inside the lane. Lane turns around. Shot, good.
Camilla Lane for 2.
Hey, baseline Shelby. Baseline Shelby.
Claire Varney with the ball. She'll give it over to Harmon. Harmon inside to Wandell. Wandell, basket, good.
Very nice play right there.
Takes Wandell up to 9 points for today's game. Weimer-Skirch guarded closely by Kaylee Harmon. Really nowhere to go. She's finally going to try to take it in the drive. Good defense, forces her right back out. And Emma Olsen now with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Olsen inside to Galoya. Galoya will take it. Good swipe by Claire Varney, and it'll go out of bounds. And Agnes Scott will have to inbound it with 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Hey, checking in from Maryville's Hannah Jones as Kelly Wandell exits and gets a hug from the coach.
Yeah, Kelly Wandell Scott, the other senior here today on senior day, a dual sport athlete. She played volleyball as well, had 275 career kills in volleyball, and was the 2019 homecoming queen. In her 73 career games here at Maryville College, Kelly's averaged 6 points a game with over 435 career points while bringing down 430 career rebounds. Coach Trevelyan mentioned her toughness and her passion helping make this a better team, and we couldn't agree more, Scott, as she's been one of the best probably post players over the last 2 seasons we've seen.
They're definitely going to be missed, just along with Libby as well.
Weimer-Skirch up top. Get it inside to Grant. Nice job by Abby Joseph taking the charge.
Right, they're going to call that on Garris Grant. That'll be her 4th foul. Looks like we have a timeout as well.
Well, let's take one with them, Scott. 4:52 remaining in the 4th quarter. Maryville 60, Agnes Scott 25. Welcome back. 4:50 remaining to go here in the fourth quarter. Your score, Maryville 60, Agnes Scott 25. Maryville has the basketball. It's in the hands of Elsa Eckenrod. Eckenrod will get it up top, and losing the handle was Gerald's. Harmon goes, though, to try to battle for it down low. And the jump ball, possession arrow, will go to the Scotties.
Held ball, possession to Agnes Scott.
Emma Olsen with the ball. Over to Weimerskirch. Weimerskirch back to Olsen. She's open. 3 ball, but Weimerskirch, no good. Geralds comes away with it, but knocked loose by Galoya. Galoya with it knocking out of bounds. Maryville College will have it.
Coming into the game, Heath, for Maryville is 32, Carly Bowling. She's a freshman out of Rockwood, Tennessee.
Harmon with the ball on the right side of the key. Gets it over to Eckenrod. 3 ball. Good.
Good shot.
Three-pointer by Elsa Eckenrod.
Olsen with the ball. She'll swing it around. Weimerskirch will look to throw it inside. Nothing there, so she'll give it right back to Olsen, who will take a 3 of her own. And no good. Hannah Jones comes away with the rebound, and here comes Haley Harmon. Harmon kicks it out. Eckenrod, 3 ball. No good. And coming away with it is Grant of Agnes Scott.
Yeah, that's one of the things this year that Elsa's struggled just a little bit with. She's got some good shots, getting them in. They're just not falling for her, but
yeah,
like to see her continue to take that shot.
Kaloya comes away with the rebound. She battles tough down low and looks to get it outside to Weimerskirch. It looks like it goes off her hands last, so Maryville will throw it in.
Also coming in for Eckenrod is number 33, Kaylee Collier. She is a freshman guard, 5'9", out of Seymour, Tennessee.
Gerald's inbounds the ball to Harmon.
Just a drive down 4-11.
Harmon over to Carly Bowling. Bowling looks to get it inside, but stripped away by Grant. She'll give it to her point guard, Annie Weimerskirch, the senior guard from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Weimerskirch will get rid of it to Olsen. Back to Weimerskirch for 3. No good. Emma Olsen with the rebound. She'll go inside with the basket and make it.
Basket by Emma Olsen.
Harmon brings it in. She'll give it over to Carly Bowling. Had that name wrong. That was actually number 33, Kaylee Collier. It looks like the ball was knocked out of bounds last by Agnes Scott, so Gerald's to inbound. Gerald's inbounds to Collier. Collier almost loses it, dishes it right back to Gerald's. Gerald's will drive, kick. Bowling, wide open, 3 ball. No good. Coming away with it is Emma Olsen for Agnes Scott, and she'll come down on the fast break, but she does not have numbers, so she'll have to bring it back out. We got 2:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 63-27, Maryville leads. Agnes Scott with the ball. Grant inside, gives it to Galoya. Galoya goes up, blocked, but fouled.
Galoya holding her head, so
The foul is on Maryville number 12, Holland Gerald.
they're going to call that on Holland Gerald. That'll be her second foul.
At the line, Lucia Malai, Moyo.
That's the thing with being post. You got to be aggressive down there. If they're going to shoot, let them earn it. Make them earn it.
You're definitely going to take your shots as a post player. First free throw, no good for Galoya.
Triangle.
Here comes Haley Harmon. Harmon to Bowling. Back. Bowling tries to go back to Harmon. Looks like they were not prepared or miscommunicated there, and the ball goes out of bounds, and here comes Agnes Scott.
Yeah, ball went right between Harmon and Collier, and both of them looked at each
Weren't
other.
sure who was going to grab it. Yeah. That'll happen from time to time as Olsen goes with the 3 ball. No good. And Weimerskirch gets the rebound, makes the basket.
Basket by Annie Weimerskirch.
Geralds gets it into Harmon. Harmon pushes tempo to Jones. Jones catches. She's going to have to get rid of it, and she does to Collier. Collier drives around, drives inside, loses the handle. Lane comes away with it, and she'll give it up to Weimerskirch. Minute 28 left to play here in the ball game. Maryville up by 34. Olsen losing the handle, right back to Maryville. Harmon to Bowling. Good pass to Gerald's inside, right back. This time to Collier, and Collier connects. Scott, funny interaction there between Collier and Coach Trevelyan, as Collier had it a minute ago and drove and wasn't able to make a basket, and Coach Trevelyan tells her, hey, next time, just shoot it. This time on the drive, the ball goes to her. She goes up, shoots the ball, and looks at the coach after she makes it and goes, hey, you're right. Swinging the ball around, Harmon, 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Collier. Collier tries to go back up with it, and a jump ball.
No ball possession to Maryville.
Wait a minute. Collier's down still. Or no? I thought that was Collier. That's not Collier because Collier's in front of me.
No, you're right. Collier's down.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at Bowling. Yeah, couldn't really tell what happened. She tried to go up with the ball underneath, was blocked.
So when we come back, we're going to reset
Looks like she might have hit her arm, taking a hard fall with her arm, so they're going to get her up. Yeah, she's kind of holding that forearm, either forearm or elbow, and they're going to bring her over and check her out. And so coming into the game to replace her, Elsa Eckenrod back in.
All right, shot clock back to 20.
Drive by Eckenrod, pump fake, gets it out to Bowling. Bowling, 3-ball, no good. And rebounded by Geralds. Geralds gets it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod inside the Bowling. Bowling post move, goes up with it, blocked. Geralds comes away with it. Finally coming back down with the basketball was Grant, as Grant will give it to Galoya. Galoya to Olsen, 15 on the shot clock, 15 seconds on the game clock. This thing is about over as Lane almost loses it. She'll go up with a shot, no good. Goes up with a second chance, no good. Galoya comes away with it, nope. Now to Grant. And Scott, a little fumble under the basket, and that is how this game will conclude. Your final score, Maryville 65, Agnes Scott 29, and a nice victory to end the regular season for Maryville College.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's now time to get ready and look towards the conference tournament, as that'll be coming up soon. Now we're just waiting to find out what happens with Huntington and Piedmont as to what and where Maryville may be playing.
Scott will bring Coach Trevelyan in just a moment onto the headset. We'll do so very quickly with him, as we've got a basketball game coming on just after this, so we'll bring him on for just a moment. Coach Trevelyan, thanks for coming on with us. Very quickly, we'll try to get through this because we know we got a game coming up, but how about the play of Shelby Hicks today, 20 points?
Oh, really? I didn't know she had 20, but no, she shot it really well. She's worked really, really hard, and so, you know, she's one of those you want to try to get her some looks when she's feeling it, and I'm glad that she was making shots today.
Your final thought on your seniors and the game they had today?
Ah, man, just two unbelievable kids. I mean, you know, they've won a ton of basketball games since they've been here, which is great. But the biggest thing for me is they're two kids that you are proud to call your own. And so when they're out in the community and they're saying, yeah, I play basketball at Maryville College, it's like the ultimate feather in your cap, because they're such unbelievable ambassadors, such unbelievable people, and they're exactly what you're hoping to get here all the time.
Well, hopefully we can continue that for them. Now we go into the USA South tournament. What does your team need to do to be prepared for it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we got to kind of see how things shake out here today I know there's the Piedmont Huntington game can have kind of an impact, and then I think there may be a flip, and who knows. But what do we need to do? We've got to rebound the ball a little bit better. I think offensively this week we did some pretty good things. Defensively we were okay. We weren't great, but we were okay. If we rebound the ball a little bit better, I think that defense will amp up a little bit, and then just turn it loose, man. It's a postseason, and everybody's playing a one-game season right now. So I just want to get in there, turn it loose, and let it fly and see how it turns out for us.
Well, Coach, we hope to be along for the ride with you, and we wish you the best of luck. Good win today,
I
Coach.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We'll bring back on the headset Scott Dunkel very quickly. Scott, we're going to wrap this thing up. Your final thoughts from today's ball game?
Good game for Maryville, a little sloppy at times, but when you're playing an outman opponent, sometimes you kind of tend to relax just a little bit more than you would. But really good game overall. Shelby had a great game. Kelly did too. Good to see some of the younger players getting an opportunity to play, as well as most of them got to play at least probably at least 3/4 or 3/4 of the fourth quarter. So excited to see them as they come along as well.
Yeah, big win for Maryville College, and another win as they'll move their record to 18-7 to finish the regular season. Their best regular season finish since the 2016-2017 season. Maryville 42% from the field, 31% from the three-point line, 50% from the free throw line, as they had a phenomenal game. So I believe we may be back here next Wednesday, but stay tuned to mcscots.com for updates and how things wrap up and where we will be playing, hopefully back at home, and you'll see a little bit more of us to finish out the season. But thanks so much for tuning in to mcscots.com's broadcast of today's ball game. I'm Heath's Uncle with Scott Dunkel, and your final score, Maryville 65, Agnes Scott 29. Until next time, so long, good night, and yes, that just happened.